The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Dick, man. That's going to be a better pair.
Set. 19. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Watch out, watch out, watch out. 54. And let's go.
Watson on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a give right side. Swift. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, come on, man. Like, damn, dog.
Picked off at the 14.
Whoa. Fuck y'all, man.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Knock it off.
Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot.
Go,
the worst I ever heard though was
like
Frankenstein. You don't want it to be too many syllables.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
54. 24. Save. 48.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
No.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
12 yards. On the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Going for a right side here, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
What?
23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Young lady.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Hell, that's on you.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Jets.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Man, that's trash. That's trash. Young lady. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Here we go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Darnold on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 13-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 9, check 9. Hey, lady. Young lady. Bravo.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone.
What
Touchdown, Jets.
You supposed to
Terry
have that,
McLaurin,
man.
his 9th
Right
touchdown
there.
of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Good.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Oh, Lord, what you done pick? You don't even know. Oh.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
Oh, throw the ball.
He'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Quentin Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Reset! Like an egg! Mike, we own this! At 55! Kill! Alert! Let's go! Hey, we got Mike 31! Mike 53! Here we go, D, get up!
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Oh,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
Nobody blocked. God damn, dog. I'm sorry, man. Oh, no, so sorry.
We'll take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
3 bucks. Ladies, check 31. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. That's complete to Trenton Cannon, the running back. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, foxtrot.
Throwing again is Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Terry McLaurin, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. He's fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
These niggas can't block. If they can't block nobody, I don't give a fuck who I got, bro. Yeah, boy, they can't block a bitch, bro. I can't block a soul right now, bro.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Get up.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. And this will be incomplete.
If you've been watching,
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They let this man get this pick, dog. Like, man, this little tip pick. Catching it off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Never get my nigga in the game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson looks to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Whoa.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll finally be taken out of bounds just past the 40.
Only thing that went good for me was the first 2 plays of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After the sack on first down, Darnold. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, 2 yards.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Here's Darnold. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, what made him just do that?
Talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad.
They've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bailey to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
He getting everything. I was in a cover 4.
The Broncos on the field ready to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown.
Out of his zone.
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm going to be honest with you. In that cover,
that
one now, he'll never.
Take your time, first half, he's still got a chance. Never do it. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown.
Well, guess what? Well, you run what you run on me. I play Tom. Listen.
Big time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with the 2nd and 6.
Tom, you're not going to tell me what I do every time.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now
the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
We got a game coming up.
As they stop,
we got a game coming up, Bob. Do what you, Mr. Guru. Mr. Guru.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that.
Well, we play each other and do what you do.
Not wanting to risk another sack.
Do what you do.
For the run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down.
Do what you do, bro.
And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
I know it.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually want in this situation.
There he goes left side, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their
lead. They let everything is going its way, bro. Everything.
Tremendous way. That's momentum.
I got 2 plays. The first 2 plays that I
convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well.
But it's I know what it is. The French dog. I got the first 2 plays with my best plays. I threw a deep ball, man. That bitch tipped everywhere. This nigga caught that. That shit really hit the ground when you look at the replay. That shit, and they let him run it all the way back. He ran by everybody. This man, when I tell you he got everything, bro, this man's got everything.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Everything.
At the 26-yard line.
It's all good.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Red 80.
Here's Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And
But the man is 12 for 12.
Across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
They let me break on it.
Offense versus his own defense. Find the holes
how they let me
where
break
guys
on
are
it, bro.
available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Darnold now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Cannon. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
45, 45, Mike, 45. Lady, game situation, let's go. Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Shoot, shoot. Red 80.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold slings this deep from McLaurin. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Yeah, where it at? Where it at? Where it at?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, check, 59. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, Delta.
Darnold now to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. First and 10.
This shit over with.
You set. 19, 29. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check, check. 26. Hey, we got him up.
Watson now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Now a give, right side. Swift. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Fuck this shit. This shit, Fugazi.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
There's two shit going in and out like a mother.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
Oh, look at this shit, bro.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold, he lost the football.
Give me the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
53, Mike. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Let's go.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he finds McLaurin.
Nah, I traded shit, bro.
24
I got
on
know what
the
I need. I need
a conversion.
I got rid of
the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down.
I got rid of fool. I went for the side and the nigga was old.
A first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out.
Yeah, I ain't got no secondary. That was a big key of my secondary.
Over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
A
great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
32 years old.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Jim. Pilot, 64, weak.
To throw is Darnold. Going up top.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Incomplete.
What the fuck?
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
45, Mike, 45. Hey, they're scared. Check, 45 to Mike. Check, 45.
Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, here we go. Give me 4. Sponge. No. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Then one thing, too, I ain't got no O-line, like pass blocking wise.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Bitch always coming free, bro.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Watch the safety creep.
Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Darnold from the red zone now. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Blake Jarwin his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I done worked in my last few seasons, like other seasons.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash.
On first down, Swift. He'll have a first down past the 40. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 67 yards. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
You go tight.
You heard that shit, bro.
You got tight right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few
you gotta
people.
Go with your gut, bro. Go with your gut.
So
I've been saying that shit. I went with Pip. I listened to Pip one time, and I said after that, fuck what a nigga talking about. I'm going with what I know.
Hey, I'm coming.
They'll look to run Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Never lied.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
A gain of 14. First down, New York.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, watch this.
On first down, they run with Howard. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
53.
Justin Simmons on the tackle.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Fighting through. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage.
Motion, I got one.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on. Get it done.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Everything. Shit look good for me the first 2 plays. Bro, you'd have thought. Wow. Wow.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And Darnold wants to throw the football. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That's how you lost the Super Bowl.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. Red 80. Check 37. X3. 218. Chopper.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on?